Hello, Family Search community, and welcome. It is Friday, February 13th, and we are so excited because today we have a wonderful team of area managers from around the world here at Family Search that are ready to share everything RootsTech related with you. How's everybody doing? You guys been
Very good.
okay? Yeah?
Happy to be here.
Guys, we literally have dozens of people that have already joined from around the world. And like I said, we have family search managers that are so passionate about everything that has to do with family history and Roots Tech. And guys, Roots Tech is around the corner. How many days are we away from it? It's like 3 weeks or less. Countdown. So we're so excited. My name is Heidi, and I manage social media for Family Search. And we have a wonderful team here today that are going to give you a preview of everything that has to do with RootsTech. And if you don't know what RootsTech is, it is the premier family history event of the year, and it's by Family Search, and thousands of people attend in person in Salt Lake City, and it's free for anyone that wants to attend virtually. And actually, millions of people go to Roots Tech and are just learning about everything that has to do with family history, and it's just so much fun. And so, before we start, I wanted to just mention that Roots Tech by Family Search is actually happening March 5th through 7th, right, guys? Is that the date?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So
We're
mark
ready.
your calendars. Mark your calendars. Ours are marked, and we are just so enthusiastic about what's to come. But before we get started, what we wanted to do is we wanted to start off with a bang, which means that we wanted to share our kickoff video for this year's Roots Tech by Family Search. And so we wanted to share that with you so we can get the party started. Yay.
What does family and belonging mean to you?
¿De dónde viene su familia?
What's your favorite food that brings your family together?
¿Quién te inspira dentro de tu familia y por qué?
What's something that takes you back to your childhood?
Can I hug you?
That is so fun. And I think, Daniel, some of that was actually filmed in Portugal, right?
Oh, yes, in Lisbon. I still have the pieces from that big ball pool, and I have all the balls and bags. But yeah, it's beautiful to see us represented in such a global event, as well as with this theme, right? That talks about being together and connected together, linked together.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And you're going to have to show us soon, like what those look like, because do you have them framed or something like that? I'm joking.
No.
But how fun.
I'm still trying to figure out what I do with that next. Maybe we do it again next year, or we'll carry on doing it throughout the year.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a tradition.
Yeah.
Guys, we're so excited because literally it's all about together. That's the theme for this year's Roots Tech. It's how it is that we as humans are all connected, and how we continue to learn about connection together through family history. So before we begin, I want to introduce to you this fantastic and talented group of colleagues that we have here at Family Search who are passionate about serving specific areas of the world to make sure that the experience for anyone, wherever you are, is just one that is full of possibilities to help you make connections with your heritage. So let's get started. I want you guys to introduce yourself, tell us what your position is, and of course, we can't forget to add a little bit of family history flavor. I would love to learn, and we'd love to share with all of our audience just something interesting about your family history. So I'll get started with myself. My name is Heidi. I manage Family Search social media, and a little fun fact about my family history is that I have a ton of conquistadores in my family history. So a lot of the Spaniards that made discoveries of Puerto Rico way back when in the boonies, they are my ancestors. So that's a little cool, fun, interesting fact about my family history. Let's continue with Natalie from the Middle East North Africa team.
Marhaba, Heidi. It's so great to be here with you. Thank you for this opportunity. So I'm the marketing manager for the Middle East and North Africa. And just a quick cool story about my family history. So my I don't know how many great-grandfathers comes from the city of Acre in Palestine. He was a rich man who donated his home to the leader of the Baha'i faith at that time. And last year I was at a conference and I was showing somebody the picture of this home who was from that faith. And we instantly connected. They knew exactly what I was talking about. It was just such a great way to have this global connection and an interfaith connection. So that's my story.
Wow.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
That's mind-blowing. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Thank you for sharing
It was
that.
cool.
Daniel, tell us
Yes,
about you.
my name is Daniel Dornelis. Some people think my surname comes from Spain or France, but it's really Portuguese. And it's fun to look at family history and understand that my dad's family, where the surname comes from the north of Portugal, from a region called Braga. And then many years later, I started dating my wife and I married her, and half of her family is from Braga as well. So I think that's a fun fact because my dad's side of the family is from Braga, and I married someone who's also got roots in there. So maybe we're cousins. Who knows? We still haven't found that link. Well, actually, I found out that I'm her granddad's, who's from Braga, 10th cousin. And so that was just a fun fact that, we can turn this world upside down and people will be connected in one way or another. And you'll know that your family at a certain point in your lineage. My role with FamilySearch is I'm the regional marketing manager for FamilySearch in Europe. So I help with the work here in this region of the world.
Thank you, Daniel. And thank you for joining us so late on a Friday evening. He's extra passionate, guys. So thank you. Yulin, tell us a little bit about what you do for FamilySearch and a little fun fact about your family history.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yulin, and I work for the Asia Pacific marketing team, specifically the marketing efforts in the Asia area. And one interesting piece about my family history is also my surname. It's Liu. Liu is a Chinese last name. And I learned that one of the origin legends of the Liu surname traces back to a man named Liu Lei. And he was said to have raised dragons for the king of the Xia dynasty in ancient China. So I know it's like more myth than actually documented history, but it's cool. I think it's amazing. According to the legend, my ancestors are dragon keepers. So
that is so cool. That's legendary. Yulin, thanks for sharing that with us. Wow. Like, do you have anything in your home, like decor?
I wish.
That is so neat. That's fantastic.
But even if people tell you that, it's all untrue, you can still believe it and you can still defend it until the day you die, right? That you're connected to this legend.
That's so fun. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, Junior from the Latin America team, tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and something fun about your family history.
Yes, thank you, Heidi. So I am originally from Bolivia, and this year I'm going to be the global MC for Spanish, which means I will get to present many videos, do interviews in Spanish, so everyone can understand in Latin America and Spain or wherever they are. It will be a very similar content to the English, and we will have also people from other languages. So it's going to be very, very exciting. Something interesting about my family history, my great-great-great-grandpa was from Peru, and he was the first person that knew how to read and write in his little town. So everyone came together on the town to him so he could read the newspaper. or he can write the letters to send to other people. And that's why my dad loves reading. That's why my grandpa also loves reading. That comes from that side. So that's very interesting.
That's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Do you enjoy reading too?
Yes, I love it too. That's why.
Everyone listening to your family history fun facts is just such a refreshing reminder that family history is something that's fun, and that it's something that just really just enriches the whole journey, right? Because as you continue learning about your family history, you start learning about more of these legends and these traditions and how it applies to you. Guys, thank you. And so, Family Search community, for those of you that are viewing, let us know where you're watching from. We're so stoked to jump into what you can look forward to for all that has to do with RootsTech, but from a Family Search perspective. Again, March 5th through 7th. Okay, so let's get started. I want to ask all of you just what specific Family Search experiences can participants expect at RootsTech from, again, that Family Search angle. And I'd love to ask Natalie, what can people experience?
Yeah, so obviously we don't have, hordes of people coming to Salt Lake from the Middle East, but that's what's so great about this virtual experience is you can watch it from anywhere. So specifically for the Middle East, number one, we have a page that is in Arabic. So if that's your language and that's what you're comfortable with, definitely join us on that page. But I'm really excited about 3 live sessions that we're going to have. The first is about DNA of the Middle East, and that is such a rare thing. We know there's a lot of DNA studies, but we have a special speaker, Pierre Zaloua, who's done a lot of research in this area. And for those of us who are Lebanese, are we Phoenicians or are we not Phoenicians? That's the question we need to ask ourselves and answer, hopefully. The other one, too, is about Ottoman records. The Ottomans ruled that part of the world, including the Balkans, actually for like 500 plus years. And so learning about those archives and what resources we can have access to, right? And then one finally just about resources we have in the Middle East. So we're really excited to present those, and we just hope people will join and ask questions and be part of the conversation.
Thank you so much, Natalie. Oh my goodness, the Ottoman records. That is just so incredible that you guys are working on something like that, because that's a lot of time in history, isn't it?
It is a lot of time, a lot of deep, great resources too. So we're excited.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing it. So for those of you that are not really familiar with RootsTech by Family Search, go to rootstech.org, make sure that you register, and just a little bit of insight of how this works. RootsTech is a free virtual experience, so go save your spot. But it's also an in-person experience that happens in Salt Lake City, Utah. And so it's happening at the Salt Palace. It's a 3-day event. And Natalie just opened the lid into a little bit of what's happening with the Middle East, and all the exciting things happening from Family Search's side and that region of the world. But there's just so much that's available to you, so many resources, classes, and especially in different languages. So we're all looking forward to that. Okay, so the next question is, what are 1 or 2 specific projects that your teams are working on that you find really, really, really fascinating? And I'd love to ask Yulin, like, what are you guys working on in the Asia Pacific, on the Asia Pacific team?
Yeah, for Asia Pacific, we are trying to develop some landing pages for Family Search by region and by language, so everyone can have a genealogy experience that feels personal to them and that's connected to their culture. So we have pages developing for Malaysia to Thailand to Pacific. And for example, one thing I really love on the Chinese landing page, you can learn all about what the Jiapu, which is Chinese clan genealogy book, what that is, how to read a Jiapu, and other tools that can help you trace your Chinese roots. And another example, we have a Korean page, and you can do the fun surname experience like I did and what I found out. You can just type in your last name and it will explore and introduce the history behind your family name. So that's something we're super excited to work on, and hope everyone can enjoy.
Yulin, thank you. So when you did that surname experience in that your team is working on, what connections did you make? I'm just curious.
I was just amazed that there's so much that I didn't know about my surname, even though it is like I think the fifth like largest surname in China. So many people with this surname. Yeah, it's just fun to learn things that you didn't know before, and I get to share that with my mom, and then she was like, "What? That's fun." Like, yeah, the connection we made, it's really fun.
That's so great that you're sharing all of this with your mom, and your mom is just like, "What? That's such a surprise to me." That's
Yeah.
so fun. I love those experiences. Natalie, is there anything else that you'd like to share about the Middle East in regards to like projects that you guys are working on? Because you shared a lot, but I just want to make sure that you listed them all.
Yeah, absolutely. No, just one fun thing. We Family Search became available in Arabic last year, and then this year we're looking forward to Family Search being available in Persian. So those are two new languages, and we're again opening up opportunities for more people, right, to engage with their family history. We're excited about that too.
And Natalie, isn't that a historic milestone that Family Search is now available? I mean, you have something available in Arabic.
Yes, it is actually. It's a huge milestone. Number one, the language itself, like writing from normally, in the Roman languages, we go left to right. I have a problem with my right to left. And now being able to actually have language that goes from right to left is important. I know for Chinese too, with that, different ways that we represent language. And I think it's really, it's important as we have family search experiences, like Yulin was saying, like to have these pages that are specific to a culture, I think helps us to also see that, yes, we're global, but we have also some cultural differences, and that we at Family Search are really trying to recognize and respect language, culture, what the visuals look like. And that's, I think, a great part of some of the innovations that are forthcoming.
Beautifully said. And I really appreciate that you emphasize just how globally minded we are here at Family Search. And that's what we strive for. I mean, everyone on this team, friends that are watching, just know they're always striving to provide the best experience for you, so that despite all of the cultural differences or the regional differences that we have, that family history can be accessible to everyone. Thank you guys for being so passionate about that. And I know that the Family Search community appreciates all that you do. So let's continue moving forward because the excitement continues. I'd love to ask, what innovations is your team excited about? And I would love to start with Latin America, because we haven't heard from you, Junior, and you're quiet, but you have a lot to say.
I do, because we have a lot this year. It's gonna be amazing. We have two speakers, main keynote speakers, whose videos are already in rootstech.org. So after this live, please go to rootstech.org and watch their keynotes. They are great. The first one, we just watched the Super Bowl. Now is the time of soccer. So there is the soccer World Cup this year in the US, Mexico, and Canada. And we interviewed the legend Zico. He's a Brazilian football player, very famous, participate in many World Cups with Brazil. And we have an amazing keynote with him. Also, we have the first immigrant astronaut, Jose Hernandez.
An astronaut, Junior?
Yes. He's gonna share his experience. There is even a movie about him, very famous movie. How many times he tried, and it's a big inspiration, an example to many of us that we can achieve our dreams, and we can achieve also the dreams of our parents and our great parents and our grandparents. So this year is gonna be amazing. I'm super excited about those.
I am so thrilled because I mean, if they made a movie about him, he's definitely has to have an inspirational story. That is just wow. I'm looking forward to. You said Jose Hernandez and Zico, and who doesn't love soccer? Does everyone here love soccer?
Yes.
And I feel like everyone wanted to be an astronaut when they were little. So a lot of this is going to be super interesting to watch. That's so cool. Thank you. And then Junior, I think we were talking earlier about some watch parties. Tell me about what like activities you guys have for people that are in Latin America. What's going on?
Yes. So a few years ago, we introduced something which are watch parties in some countries, and we want to do it in more countries. This year there's gonna be one in Brazil and another one in my hometown, Santa Cruz, Bolivia, which
Oh,
I'm
wow.
super excited about. Hundreds of people get together, young people, older people, to watch some sessions of RootsTech, and they have different activities, discovery activities in their hometown and in their language and by their people. So we're excited to those, and we might have some connections via video call or something. So please go to rootstech.org to see that as well.
Oh my goodness. So now my question is there going to be food? Fiestas, family, and food.
Right, right.
Thank you, Junior. Daniel, tell us what are you guys excited about specifically with experiences or cultural elements that Europe has to offer during RootsTech?
Yeah, we're always trying to make sure that our region is well represented and people feel connected when they come to rootstech.org. We can't always meet, all the needs of such a large region with so many different cultures. But this year, for the first time, we're having an MC from Great Britain. His name is Isaac Turner, and he's going to be representing our people from the British Isles. So we're really excited for that. We have Denise coming back from Italy. She's been doing this for a while, for a few years, and we love having her. And we'll have Hannah Gruse from Germany as well, representing Germany as an MC. In terms of keynotes, already on rootstech.org, like Junior mentioned, we have a few keynotes that were just launched a few hours ago. So maybe not everybody has seen it yet, but go to rootstech.org and look up these keynotes. If you go to the homepage, there's a section just about keynotes, but you can also search their names. And we have the Gardner brothers. They're from Ireland. They're tap dancers, and they have
right?
Yeah. They have a fun story to share. I've watched a little bit of their keynote just before we jumped on this call, but I need to go back and watch it again so that I can watch the whole thing. So yeah, make sure to go there and check it out. And we're really excited to have these brothers from Ireland representing Europe and sharing their story as well. In terms of FamilySearch,
sorry.
Yeah. No, you're okay, Natalie. In terms of FamilySearch experiences on rootstech.org, we're going to try and connect live during the event from Frankfurt. And we're going to be offering some commentary and having some additional interviews about topics that are being discussed. Also talking about specific things that are coming in the next few months for FamilySearch in Europe. And that's going to happen on the main stage. We're going to do it in German and Italian as a test this year, but we want to expand it to more languages. So let's see how that goes. You guys that are there and are going to be at RootsTech online, make sure to check that out and give us some feedback about it. Another thing I want to say is Heidi asked us to bring some RootsTech close to this call, and I brought my RootsTech London t-shirt. Wow. This was in 2019.
That's vintage.
Yeah, that's not everybody has one of these. Very few people have it. If you have one and you're watching this, say something in the comments. Let us know. If you were at RootsTech London but you didn't get this t-shirt, let us know as well. We are always mindful of everybody around the world, and we want to connect everyone in this great event that's happening. So we're always working to bring these experiences that are close to each of our lands and represent us, and also add to what we're doing at home, right? When we're adding names to our trees, when we're building our trees and trying to connect humanity.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, thank you. I felt so proud about my little like family search thing, and I'm like, this is not as cool as a 2019 RootsTech t-shirt. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Daniel. So everyone that's watching, thank you for telling us where you're watching from. Let us know. Have you already signed up for rootstech.org? And if you have, say yes or no in the comments. But if you haven't, this is your time to save your spot. Go to rootstech.org. You can literally already sign up for classes. The coolest feature ever, which I have tried to take advantage of and I need to get better at it, but it's so easy, is you can literally start signing up for your classes and there's a watch player that will allow you to play them in order as they happen. And it's just the coolest thing. It's super intuitive. It makes your life so much easier. And let's say that you aren't able to attend RootsTech during those dates. Guys, these classes will be available even after the fact. And you can go now and see what happened last year. Anyway, but I am so excited for rootstech.org because you have all of these celebrities that and people that have just these really inspirational stories that are telling and sharing their experiences with family history on rootstech.org. And speaking of other people that are famous and that are talking about the importance of family history, Yulin, you have someone in APAC that is really just like well known this year. Tell us a little bit about what representation there is from the Asia Pacific region of the world.
Of course. It's amazing to hear we have exciting things going on in the world. RootsTech is like a buffet. You can pick and choose what you want. I love that. For Asia Pacific, we are just so excited to share. We have the award-winning journalist and TV host, Jessica Soho. She will be joining us as a virtual keynote speaker. And she is one of the Philippines' most respected storytellers. And she is going to share with us her personal journey and the power of storytelling. So that's something I personally excited for, and I'm going to watch it as soon as it comes out.
Yulin, thank you. And then you mentioned earlier when we were talking that there's an in-person booth for people that are going to be in Salt Lake City.
That's correct. We have this Asia Pacific booth that's going to showcase different cultures and traditions we have. Just from the little bit that I heard, they're going to do like using chopsticks to pick up beans to see how good your chopstick skills are.
Oh, great.
Honestly, I'm not super good at using chopsticks. I'm doing it the wrong way, but as long as you can pick things up, that's good enough. Yeah, and other interactive activities, like you can try some Chinese calligraphy. Really discover the different cultures.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Yulin. So I am so impressed because you've got all of these famous individuals that are going to be talking about family history. And when you talked about Jessica Soho, I was looking at her social media, and also for like the Gardner brothers, they have millions of followers. So it's so neat that people with this amount of following and this type of audience are just talking about how family history and understanding their heritage inspires them or how it's impacted or influenced their lives. That is just so neat. So wow, isn't that cool that there's so much representation, global representation around the world at RootsTech? I love it. And it's just so incredible that you have Ancestry, you have all of these other industry friends and people from around the world, millions of people that go to rootstech.org because everyone is just wanting to connect with their past. Thank you, guys. Okay, so moving forward, I just want to ask really quickly, how is it that people can participate at rootstech.org virtually? Daniel, you were talking about Europe having specific experiences and classes for those that have European ancestry, right?
Yeah, we have a bunch of classes, and I think it's the same with all our homelands or many of our homelands, our regions around the world. We we have been preparing in the last few months several classes, talking to different people, people that are relevant in the industry. For instance, for Europe, we have a class about history, about the double surname in Spain, discovering the civil records in Sardinia, for instance, military records and sources and resources in Germany, French-German families. So go check it out. I liked what you mentioned, Heidi, the whole create your own program, and Yulin was talking about this as well. It's a buffet, right? Even if you don't have time to watch it as it's live, you can create your own schedule. You go to rootstech.org, you register, and then you can save that playlist so that you can watch it. And then the cool thing as well, when you register and log in, is that whatever you watch, if you stop watching, like I did with a Keynote earlier, you can go back and it starts playing from where you stopped. If you just come in and you start watching a video without logging in, you don't get that opportunity to just know what you've already watched. And so this watch history,
Daniel.
Yeah. It's a great feature because then you don't have to be worrying about watching the whole thing or committing to watching a whole class right away. You can just stop and come back and continue to watch where you left off. And I think one of the other cool things about it as well is that some of these classes that I'm talking about, they'll be available in language, but you don't have to speak the language to watch these classes because the players have this auto translation feature that you can activate by clicking auto translate. And you'll see the instructions on how to do that. So I've tried it in Portuguese, which is my native language.
How did it go?
And it worked really well. Yeah, it translates really well. It's very accurate. There are some mistakes here and there. It's automatic, but it works really well. So that means that we can have access to a lot more classes than we would have and we don't have to learn new languages to be able to access all this information. We were talking about learning specific things about research in certain regions. And sometimes those are some blocks for people to develop their tree, right? So just go to rootstech.org, register, sign up for updates as well, because we're going to be sending you a lot of updates as the weeks go by, as the days go by, and start exploring all of these great features, all of these great classes that we've designed for everyone.
That is so awesome. I love these tips, guys, because these tips are going to save us because there's just so much to consume. And I wanted to just also mention that one of the features that I appreciate, and thank you, Daniel, for sharing all of those interesting facts that are just going to make our experience so much better. One of them is the chat. Guys, like there's literally a chat feature on rootstech.org where you can ask the presenters questions, you can chat with other participants, and you can make connections. And I wanted to ask Junior a little bit about that connection experience at RootsTech. Talk to us about our famous yearly experience that people won't want to miss.
Yes, one of the biggest missions of FamilySearch is to create a tree that connects us all together. We are a big family. We are cousins. We have aunts and aunts all over the world. And there is a function called Relatives of RootsTech. It's not live yet, but it will be very soon. So I will invite everyone to check it out and stay tuned to our social media. Haiti does an amazing job on Instagram, on Facebook, on the website as well, to check when this is going to be live. But this is live for just a limited time. You can sign up and you can maybe find a cousin that you don't know, a second cousin, a third cousin, maybe someone who lives close by you or someone who lives very far away. And you can even talk to each other. So it's an amazing function. I love it.
Thanks, Junior. And it's not always on, right? So you've got to take advantage of RootsTech season, and you need to make sure that you connect. And have you guys ever connected with a cousin that you've made a connection to? And you're like, hi, who are you? Where are you?
Yeah. Last year I was in Salt Lake, and there was another person in Salt Lake as well who we connected through relatives at RootsTech. And then we met up at the expo hall and did a little video together, talking to each other. And that was a lot of fun because we never would have imagined that we were cousins. And it's very rare for me to find cousins because of my Portuguese lineage, in a space where a lot of people are American or North American and have connections to other countries in Europe. But that was a great experience. Through relatives at RootsTech, we were able to connect and come together at the expo hall and just have that moment together.
Right.
Wow,
And
Daniel.
just to remember everyone, this is a
Amazing.
free experience. All the online experience is free, right? So everyone can participate on it.
Yeah, and speaking of that, like everyone, make sure that you invite your friends and your family members because this is such a great way to just help people understand that family history really is for everyone. It's accessible. It's something that no matter where you are, if you're a newbie or you're like super advanced and you're a researcher, there's something for you. Thanks, guys. And by the way, I have felt like a black sheep many times in my life when I try to make connections with cousins. And Daniel, had a similar experience to you where I made several connections and I actually was I was pleased to see that one of my cousins that I did know was like, "Hey, how are you doing? We connected on relatives at RootsTech." It was so cool. It was so awesome. So make sure you go to rootstech.org and you participate in that. And well, thanks, Junior, for saying I'm an amazing social media manager. We will be talking about that on social. But again, it's a limited time range. It's not always on, and you'll want to make those connections with your newfound cousins during this time. Thanks. So I wanted to ask everyone that's watching, we've got hundreds of people that are watching. What questions do you have for us? I see a lot of comments. We've got Marie. She says, I love relatives at RootsTech. Thank you, Marie. We're so excited for you to make connections. We have Vicky who says, I will be there for the first time in person. Yay! Love it. And then we've got ancestors and algorithms, and they say, is it almost time yet? It's almost time. That's great. So just to close, we want to ask everyone, how is it that people that our FamilySearch community can keep up with following the updates and all of the great projects that you've talked about? All of us are representing different parts of the world. How can they keep up with you just to make sure that they're in the know? Natalie, talk to us about how can they connect with the Middle East?
Absolutely. So we have a FamilySearch MENA page. So please join us there. We're posting when sessions are going to be, highlighting different speakers and activities on there. So that's a great place to go and just stay. And we're going to be doing it actually during the month of March. So that's what I love about RootsTech. It's like, for whatever reason you missed something between March 5 through 7, just come back and you won't miss anything. So we hope you'll join us. We'd love to see you.
Yay, thank you. Then we have the Latin America team. Talk to us about how it is that people can find more about their Latin American heritage or follow the content and the all of these ideas and projects and innovations that you guys are working on.
Right. Please, our Instagram is FamilySearch ESP, or you can look up FamilySearch Español. Same on YouTube. On Facebook, if you have your Facebook in Spanish, you will find FamilySearch in Spanish in our content. So please go ahead. Maybe you don't speak Spanish, but maybe your mother-in-law does. Maybe your grandpa does. So please pass along this information. We have so many great activities. We will have something for Mother's Day, something for Day of the Dead later on. We will have amazing lives and experiences. So please go ahead and follow us.
Let me tell you guys, following the Spanish Facebook channels is a party. It's a fiesta.
Right.
Thank you, Junior. And then talk to us, Daniel, about Europe. For people that have European heritage or want to connect with your team, how can they do that?
Yeah, the way that we have many countries, we have many channels on Facebook for many of our countries here in Europe, but we're connected in a different way. If you want to find our page, just go to FamilySearch for FamilySearch's main page and select your region from the list of regions. And then you can see content from Sweden, from France, from Germany, from Portugal, the UK. You just have to make sure that you're switching to the right region. If you're based here in Europe and you want to keep up with everything that's going on in terms of records, in terms of RootsTech, everything that we're doing, any new updates, we'll push them through there. We also have a channel on YouTube called FamilySearch Europe. And also we're on Instagram, FamilySearch Europe as well, and on LinkedIn as well. So make sure to follow us on all those places, because if you miss one, you will always get notified by the other. So you'll be informed.
There's so many options for Europe. That's just so wonderful. And it just speaks volumes about how it is that your team and every team here at FamilySearch is so concerned and how it is that everyone here prioritizes, again, a localized experience. We want to make sure that it's accessible to family history is accessible to everyone. Despite the regional differences or the language differences, we want to make it easy for you. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, Yulin, tell us about Asia Pacific for people that have heritage or connections to your part of the world. How is it that people can follow FamilySearch?
We also have multiple FamilySearch Facebook pages. Yeah, like Daniel said, you just search FamilySearch, and it's the page that most relevant to your region will pop up. It's that simple. But one other thing I do want to highlight is FamilySearch has a blog, and they publish regular blog articles, and you can learn a lot of things from there.
Oh, wow.
The latest features we have on FamilySearch, or research tips, and you can also learn about different heritages and cultures. And yeah, I enjoy the blog. It's a hidden gem.
Thank you so much. We look forward to a blog post about dragons and your heritage.
That would be fun.
For those of you that joined later, Yulin has just a really fun fact about the legends and the myths and her ancestors being dragon keepers. So cool. So jealous right now. Okay, we did have a question come in from Juvia Concha, and she's asking, is there a live for RootsTech in Spanish?
Yes,
Here, help us out here.
please. It's next week, next Saturday. We have a live called Camino a RootsTech, or Path to RootsTech. So join us in FamilySearch Spanish. And on RootsTech days, there will be some activities, some backdrops, music. There will be a lot of surprises.
Thank you so much. And then we had another question from Instagram, and they're asking, what are the dates of RootsTech? Team, when is RootsTech? March?
5th through 7th.
You won't want to miss it. Everyone, make sure you take a Sharpie and you write it on your hand. I'm kidding. No, go to rootstech.org and save your spot, because now is the time. You want to make sure that you don't miss out on it. Okay, I'm going to just share a couple of more comments from the audience because we love our FamilySearch community. We have someone that said something really nice, and so it's Miley or Mila. They said, what has surprised me the most is what we have discovered. It feels as if our family had been returned to us after so many years.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? That's the power of connection. That's the power of family history. Thank you so much, Mila, for sharing that. And so we share the excitement, same as Mila, of just discovery, of feeling that theme of being together and being united, being one family. So thank you for your time, everyone. I don't think there are any more questions, but thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you, FamilySearch community members, and we hear you. And if you have questions for where do I go for RootsTech? Again, rootstech.org, March 5th through 7th. And you had so many pointers from our team in this live stream about setting up your schedule and making sure that you tune into the videos of keynote speakers that are available now, whether it's an astronaut with a Hispanic background or Irish brothers that are exploring their Irish heritage, or someone who's the Barbara Walters of the Philippines, Jessica Soho. We have something to offer everyone. Or you have Middle Eastern heritage, and now there's all these Arabic live sessions. There is something for you. Team FamilySearch, team, thank you so much for being here today. Daniel, good evening. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Register for RootsTech. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
You too.